Tell me what you feel when you hear these words. Tyler, Josh isn't real. If you screamed or started crying, then you probably also screamed or started crying when you watched the music video for My Blood. And let's talk about why. Hey everybody, I'm Clifford Stumby, the pop song professor. Welcome to my channel where we make English class awesome by explaining and sometimes roasting song lyrics on school days. And today we are talking about the music video for My Blood. It just came out, it's super exciting, it's super unique for what 21 Pilots usually does, and we are going to explain the whole gosh darn thing right now. So let's go. Before we go, let me explain real quick that My Blood is about Tyler Joseph's brothers. It has been confirmed because I tweeted an explanation saying like it's about his brothers, and when he says, if they're here to smoke, no, I'll go with you, I tweeted saying that that means it's like an Urban Dictionary explanation that said that it means if somebody wants to fight, if they want to go outside and fight because they don't like something you did, hey bro, I'll go with you and I'll fight them too. And that's a lot of what we see in the My Blood music video. But the reason we know that's legit is because 21 Pilots liked that tweet. So it's canon, My Blood is about his brothers. Now for the music video. What we see happening here is this kid. He's really young, probably like 12 years old, and he's just sitting there. The camera is like doing shots that make him look really alone and lonely. He seems to be an oldie child, and we're seeing these like flashbacks of him having a great time with his mom and his dad, and in those shots it's just him and his mom and his dad. But in the present day, he's sitting there watching his mom possibly dying of cancer or some other disease in their dining room, and she's got like a hospice bed there. There's a nurse come to take care of her, and his dad is sitting over her. Nobody's paying attention to the kid. He seems really alone and really sad, understandably so. And so then at like the last moment, this shadow comes out of nowhere. It puts his arm around the kid. It's a slightly taller kid, and we assume that it's his brother come here to help him out. Well, the next few shots are of the brother helping him out. The older brother is helping make him lunch. He's like tucking him into bed. He's just kind of like helping him, and it seems to kind of be supportive of him. This older brother's kind of expressive, a little bit fun-loving, and the younger brother, who seems really beat up, man, he is having a rough time. He doesn't not look sad almost the entire music video, even though he quickly grows up to be high school age. It seems like maybe most of the events of this music video happened about 4 years after the mom died because of like the age difference and everything. But basically in high school, we kind of cut to that. The older brother is leading the younger brother in adventures, some of them not great adventures, some of them just damaging other people's property, but they're being like stereotypical brothers, I guess, even if one of them is way more enthusiastic about it and the other one seems pretty depressed. So they're like knocking down mailboxes, they're like playing with a dead bird, they're like messing with cheerleaders, they're like throwing french fries at the jocks. It doesn't really seem like the jocks like these guys, and so the older brother decides to screw with the jocks some more and says, hey, let's go to this party that they're having, but we're gonna put like masks over us so they won't know who we are. So they show up at the party, they hang out a little bit, but pretty soon the jocks figure out who these guys are. So as the brothers are leaving, the jocks are following, the brothers get to their house, and then the jocks, who happened to dress up as football players for Halloween, which just seems like a dumb Halloween costume, but a stereotypical jock Halloween costume. And so they're out front, and the brothers are all like, dude, stop bothering us, man. It's our house. It's all chill. And the jocks are like yelling at him from the front porch, or from the front driveway. So the older brother goes out to like chat with them, and they jump him. They start like beating him up really bad. He's on the ground, defenseless. So the younger brother grabs a baseball bat, goes out, slugs all of them, knocks them all down, and they're all running away and everything, and he helps his older brother in. The part where everybody screamed and started crying probably was as they're going through the front door, the older brother is not there. It's just the younger brother. Next we see this montage of clips where the younger brother is doing all of these things that he and the older brother did, but it's just him. So what we're led to believe is that the older brother is some sort of an imaginary coping mechanism for the younger brother after the death of his mother. The fact that we see all of these situations replayed where it's just the younger brother kind of is like, yeah, so the older brother was never actually there, he was just an imagination. And it also serves as this kind of contrast that the first thing that I pulled from it was basically life is better with brothers. Like, the older brother seemed like a pretty cool dude, and the younger brother really seemed to benefit from his presence. But at the end of the music video, after the younger brother has beat up the jocks and it feels like he's kind of taking control of his life a little bit more, he does seem a little bit happier, but he still seems a little bit lonely. And so there's that moral of like life is better with brothers that's probably there. I mean, My Blood is about brothers after all, but I think it's also a reference to the Forest fanfic. Now, if you don't know what the Forest fanfic is, basically it's a fanfic about Tyler, and I haven't read all of it myself, but he has an imaginary friend. Surprise, it's Josh Dunn. And at the end of the story, the doctor, whoever, says, Tyler, Josh isn't real. Or maybe that happens somewhere in the middle, I don't know. But it's a very like emotional fanfic for a lot of people. And Tyler is imagining Josh as a coping mechanism for mental health issues. And so I think a lot of the clique empathizes with that a lot, and they find it very, very like emotionally powerful. So when the older brother disappears in the music video, it feels like a really strong reference to that, and like a little bit of fan service on the part of 21 Pilots. And there are a lot of morals that you could pull from this music video, a lot of different messages that are here. I think that the big thing we see here is a picture of somebody who is using their mind to cope with external struggles and internal struggles. Tyler does this a lot. He uses music for that, and so, you know, Kitchen Sink is obviously about that, and he references often how his music is something that really helps to give him purpose and a sense of focus, and it gives him something to say, and it's like a sort of self-therapy for him. And so I think what we're seeing here is we see a brother using mental faculties to imagine another older brother who's everything that the younger brother feels like he's not: confident, happy, bold, and somebody who can take care of other people rather than somebody who needs to be taken care of. And so it seems like that younger brother is imagining that other part of him and using that as a way to cope with the stress of losing his mom. Yeah, so obviously a lot going on in this music video. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. What are your thoughts? Definitely check out the comments down below, share your thoughts there, and check out my Patreon in the description down below, where you can join a community of people who like to talk about stuff like this and write their own songs all the time. It's a blast. Definitely check that out. Check out these videos. More trench explanations coming your way very soon. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.